Joe Ayalogo. He is going to take the speech from our very own Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Thank you. Good afternoon, all. I have my task for now set out clearly. It is to deliver a good will message for the occasion from Dr. Okonjo-Iweala, who is the Director General of the World Trade Organization. I start. Chairman of the occasion is Royal Majesty Igwe Alfred Achebe, the Obi of Onitsha, Abogi. His Royal Majesty Ambassador Igwe Ambassador LOC Agbozo, distinguished ladies and gentlemen here present. On the occasion of the inaugural session of the Southeast Business and Investment Summit, SEBIS, it is my honor and pleasure to send you my goodwill message. First, my apologies. When I was invited by the organizers to deliver a lead speech, I had looked forward to being present to do so myself. But the demands of my seeking election for the second tenure as Director General of the WTO, World Trade Organization, weighed heavily and precluded my doing so. But happily, the outcome of my bid has been favorable, and I thank the Almighty for His blessings. I see it as another opportunity to serve once again not only the global community, but also my country, and to play whatever role that it's possible, including counseling and providing insights into regional economic initiatives, such as envisaged in the current SEBIS project. I recall that about a year ago, at the Southeast Governors and Stakeholders Summit on Economic Development and Security in the region, which was held in Owerri, Imo State, I had given elaborate insights into development imperatives for the Southeast and had looked forward to some implementation options, efforts, but incidentally, I have not heard much about it again. Anyway, while I agree that the Southeast governments have the responsibility to lead the charge for the development of the region, it is evident that that task cannot be left to them alone. This is why the Southeast Business and Investment Summit that is now taking place, in Enugu, which I understand is essentially a private sector driven initiative, has attracted my interest, and I must add my full support. I I hope that in due course, the state governments, the entire peoples of the Southeast, including those at home and most of those in diaspora, will come and join hands in these efforts for regional development. The people of the Southeast are known for their dynamism, sense of purpose, and industry. They therefore cannot afford to be reticent or unconcerned about responding to the demands of collective and inclusive development of the region, of their environment, as this occasion calls. It's not in their culture nor in their DNA to do so. Indeed, in a country like Nigeria with its diversities and federal political structure, the only way to meaningfully and sustainably achieve development is through sub-regional or subnational regional initiatives such as this. The federal government of Nigeria has recognized this fact by creating regional development commissions, including the Southeast Development Commission. I would therefore like to see a synergy between SEBIS, the Southeast Development Commission, and of course the Southeast government coming to work together and articulating solutions to the many development challenges of the region. Specifically, it would be necessary to see robust efforts in dealing with such issues as the infrastructure deficits and the huge energy shortfalls that seem to have impaired real development in the Southeast. Agriculture and food security, human capacity shortfalls, the human capacity development, health services, social welfare, maintenance of law and order to support security, support of small and medium enterprises which can enhance job creation, wealth creation, youth engagement, and of course productivity. There is no end of the list, but I have identified these critical areas. So I want to conclude my short goodwill message with my words of encouragement to the government and peoples of the Southeast who are stakeholders in the region's development, peace, and stability. There is hope for a better future if they all work together in this endeavor. I thank you. Sorry, it's not finished. I look forward to hearing of positive outcomes from this year's inaugural session, and God willing, to possibly join in the next session. The WTO, through its various organs, will be disposed to and available to assist the Southeast region and, of course, the rest of the country in the search for sustainable development. I thank you all. This is from Dr. signed by Dr. Konjo-Iweala, GCON, Director General of the World Trade Organization. I thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. We're going to be also hearing the speech by Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, the former president of Republic of Tanzania. Today he's chosen our very own Dr. Ifediora Amobi, a renowned economist, to take that speech for him. Please, let's welcome Dr. Ifediora to the podium, taking the speech of Dr. Jakaya Kikwete, the former president of Tanzania. Please put your hands together.
The chairman of the summit, His Majesty Igwe Nemeka Alfred Achebe Obiofonisha Abogidi Ekenenge, His Royal Majesty Igwe Lawrence O.C. Agubuzu, Eze Obune Chendo, Eze Molu. You're welcome, sir. All other protocols duly observed. I am here to read the speech of the former president of the Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, which he entitled Towards a Shared Vision, being a statement on the Southeast Business Summit here in Enugu. I am delighted to be invited to be among the great people of Nigeria on this auspicious occasion of the Southeast Business Summit. I hasten to state that Nigeria is an important country, not only in Africa, but throughout the world. Few can forget the frontline role by Nigeria against apartheid in the Southern Africa, even though not from the region, and for which we remain grateful. It is on this record that my country, Tanzania, played a significant part in that struggle, and I have strived to maintain these enviable cordial relations with Nigeria, both in and out of government. Now to the business of the day. For what of a better title I have chosen to caption my lecture, Towards a Shared Vision for Development. Introduction. I am made to understand that 54 years after the fratricidal civil war in Nigeria, the Southeast region has continued to grapple with developmental challenges, including acute infrastructural deficits and high youth unemployment, especially among the youth. These challenges have spurred widespread emigration, the loss of critical human capital, and increasing calls for self-determination by a segment of the youth population. Your experience is not far from that in many countries where governments struggle to allocate often limited resources in addressing developmental challenges. The Southeast Business and Investment Summit therefore provides a veritable platform to confront these issues head-on, uniting stakeholders to craft a shared vision of progress and prosperity. It is imperative to chart a new course, one that transcends reliance on state-led initiatives and embraces self-help, collaborative development, and strategic engagement with the Nigerian Federation. Creating a shared vision for development. A shared vision for development must reflect the collective aspirations of Southeastern communities while leveraging their rich cultural heritage, entrepreneurial spirit, and resource base. I am told there is something called Igbo spirit, This is the can-do spirit that explores and exploits opportunities from every challenge. It is the same spirit that has seen many Nigerians excel in so many endeavors all over the world. This vision should emphasize inclusive development, prioritizing infrastructure that connects rural and urban areas, enabling equitable access to opportunities and services. I understand that an idea was mooted a while ago by state governments to connect all the state capitals in the region to a railway grid. This is a welcome development. Not only will it invigorate interactions amongst the people, it will open up remote areas that are for the moment removed from the urban centers and mitigate the spate of rural-urban migration. On human capital investment, developing robust educational systems and technical training programs to empower youth for innovation and self-reliance. Emphasis should be on capacity building and vocational training. A shift from the current literary that is the bane of development in many African countries and communities. Economic diversification. Promoting industries such as agribusiness, technology, and light manufacturing to create jobs and stimulate regional growth. Igbo people are known for their business sense, but this business model appears to be one with undue concentration on buying and selling. Given the abundance of human and financial capital in the region, the Southeast can easily morph into a manufacturing hub, servicing the Nigerian market and the sub-region, thereby enormous values that will blunt the edge of unemployment and irregular migration to countries where these energies are either underutilized or employed in the service of other people. Diaspora engagement. Harnessing the financial and intellectual contribution of Southeasterners in the diaspora communities to spur local investment and mentorship programs. This could easily lead to creation of synergies and serve as a viable alternative to state-led development efforts. By aligning these objectives with the collective will of the people, the region can chart a sustainable path to development. The Southeast must transition from an over-reliance on state-led development models to a self-help approach driven by private enterprise, community collaboration, and resource optimization. This paradigm shift is necessitated by, one, ineffectiveness of centralized development models. A persistent infrastructural decay and economic stagnation reveal that limitations of state-centered interventions. Often, this model occasions delays in project articulation and execution, or worse, in disjointed policy implementation in attempts to satisfy varying demands from disparate constituencies. Resource mobilization, the second one. The region possesses immense untapped human and material resources that can be effectively utilized through cooperative and entrepreneurial initiatives, which I was told means Igwebuike, the community is strength. Global trends in development. The success of regions worldwide in achieving growth through private sector-led initiatives underscores the need for local investment and innovation. Key actors in the region, business leaders, traditional institutions, civil society organizations, and faith-based groups must therefore work together to drive this transition. Establishing a guide for actions. To achieve these noble goals, the summit should outline a clear roadmap for implementation. I believe that the organizers must be acutely aware of this necessity. Since I am unaware of the implementation strategies preferred by the summit, let me attempt a few suggestions which could aid in this direction. 1. Establishment of regional development funds. This should entail the creation of a Southeast Development Fund to pool resources for infrastructure, education, promotion of public-private partnerships. They should projects. Under this scheme,